Hey, what's up, Social Camp fam? This is Vondell Richmond with another episode of Get Ahead, Stay Ahead, and Accomplish More Now. And I'm really excited. I just came from church, and I'm going to be talking about that particular session and sermon that my bishop preached on another day as I recap. But pretty much the theme for this year at my church, which is what I did want to bring up because it relates to you and I's conversation here, is celebrating the year of plenty. And we started off this year talking about plenty of prayer, and now we're talking about plenty of love. And one of the things that I will share there is that Bishop has been talking about, my pastor's been talking about, is having plenty of love, and how pretty much the inner man, building up your inner man, and connecting with God in a deeper, more profound way, and having a deep love relationship, a deep love walk with Him, is a pretty sombering thought, to think that the God of the universe wants to love on me and wants me to love Him and wants me to then love people. So one of the things that I was thinking, I was trying to figure out how to connect what Bishop was talking about in this year of plenty, celebrating the year of plenty and plenty of love month, is connecting to the love of your purpose. And one of the things that Bishop was saying in his message, early in his message, was how one of the heights, or the climax, if you will, or the pinnacle of our existence here on the earth is to understand our purpose, is to understand our design and our unique features, the things that make us who we are. And he was talking about things that distinguish us from one another, and how, he is not confused about, various people that he knows, whether it be daughters and sons in Christ, his wife, so forth and so on, because of the way they are distinguished one from another based on their features. Well, this is who God made me. He's distinguished me to be a mouthpiece. He's distinguished me to be an encourager. He's distinguished me to be a dreamer. And He brought more distinction and clarity to my purpose in this wise. A few years ago, when I graduated from grad school, I remember a professor sat me down on the phone, one of my mentors, Mr. Miller Lucky Jr., and he challenged me. I couldn't find a job. Here's the story. I couldn't find a job. And, I just graduated. I was trying to get out there in a major way. But prior to that, I had been teaching a playwriting curriculum that I took in undergrad. And pretty much what happened was, I was trying to figure out, God, where do you want me? What do you want me to do? And I remember just through prayer and journaling and thinking this through and talking with his mentor, God began to show me a vision for my life. And you want to know what that vision He gave me was? He said, listen, the vision for your life, son, is I want you, me, He wants me to help do this in the earth. He wanted me to provide life-changing information in three ways: through education, entertainment, and through personal encouragement. And that thought blew my mind, that God would speak to me so clearly that I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And ever since that moment, I have spent every waking moment of my life trying to learn more, to grow more, to personally develop more, to help me understand how to fulfill this call or this purpose or this destiny for my life. And I think it's profound. God allows me the privilege to help Him provide life-changing information to people. And then there's just been so many developments since then that I won't be able to explain fully in this video, but this is now what I'm sharing, as God has basically said, I want you to provide this information to people so that you show them how to get ahead and stay ahead and to get more results now. Now, I want to do a couple of things before I close on this video today. Number one is I want to share with you a working definition of vision. And this is the three things that I remember God saying to me He wanted me to share with people. He said, son, He didn't say it like this, but through prayer and feeling in my heart and writing in a journal, I just felt like, in my quiet time, that God said, I want you to show people the same thing that I showed you. And I said, what's that, God? And He said, I want you to begin to show people how to write their vision according to Habakkuk 2:2. I want you to tell people that according to Jeremiah 29:11, God says in that book of Jeremiah, I know the plans that I have for you. And so my job is to figure out, or our job is to figure out how to download those plans from God's mind, and then to articulate those plans to connect with our vision. And then He said, I want you to, number three, I want you to help people understand that I need them to rise up and now build according to Nehemiah 2:18, the B clause. So you're going to see some stuff coming forth later. Write, plan, build. God is so awesome in His wisdom that He doesn't call us to just people in the same household or same community of faith, but He calls us to people outside. So, you know, if I sometimes sound more like a motivational speaker or an inspirational speaker, that's okay. God's going to get the glory, because sometimes I'll use scriptures, most times I won't, because this gift that I have in me is not just for church people, although I love the church and I'm a member of the faith community, but it's for people inside and out. God is for everybody. So anyway, I don't want to get into too much of that kind of stuff, but God began to show me and reveal to me vision. He said, I want you to help people cultivate their vision, and that's going to help them get ahead, stay ahead, and accomplish more. And one of the things that I like to give you a definition of vision and an illustration. Vision is an inward picture of a reality that has yet to occur or yet to come to pass. So it's almost like this inward picture that you have in your mind's eye or in your heart, and pretty much I want you to think about it like a Polaroid. Think about a Polaroid camera. When you used to take those, remember Polaroid? We got iPhones and stuff now, Galaxies and stuff, but Polaroid pictures used to take a snapshot of things, capsulate it in time, and then we had to wait kind of through this fanning motion. Remember that, y'all? My mama had one back in the 70s. You had to wait for it to develop and to figure out what was the future reality of this picture that you took. So the camera almost had this inward projection, this inward image, and then just through time we had to fan it to find out what it was going to become. Well, how many of you know that that's what I'm looking to do? That's what excites me to help you do in your life. There's some inward pictures that are locked in you. There's some things, some ideas, some dreams, some passions, some speeches, some messages, some books, some plays, some movies, some you name it. There's things in you that you want to produce. You want to bring forth, and you want to be able to help other people with these. Well, that's what I'm put here to do. That's my gift. That's my superpower, if you will. I'm an exhorter. That means I'm an encourager. Remember my vision? To provide life-changing information through education, encouragement, and education, entertainment, and personal encouragement. I'm looking at the time, and I'm trying to be mindful. Maybe this is a two-parter, but anyway, it is what it is. Well, anyway, I just want to say that one of the visions that I had a few years ago was a film script. And I just want to show you that when you truly give over to this process, I'm going to get my Steadicam up, this really can be a remarkable thing that you can see happen right before your very eyes. So I had this film script, and I wrote it, and it's called Sophisticated Romance, and I got it copywritten and all that kind of stuff. And then a few years later, God blew my mind, because He brought this movie to pass, Sophisticated Romance. This is a DVD, and I'm not trying to sell it. If you want to know more about it, I can tell you about it, but that's not my goal here. But I just want to say, because I was faithful to that which I wrote down, based on Habakkuk, write the vision. I wrote the vision, the ideas, the characters, what I saw, what I heard, the dialogue, the storyline. I wrote it down. Then I began to make plans. You know, I want this to be a movie, but I don't know how to make movies. I'm going to do it as a play first. And lo and behold, God did exceedingly abundantly above all I could ask or think. I met up with a friend of mine, the executive producer, Avril Speaks, who's now out in California. She was at Columbia Film School, and she began to teach me, to pour into me the skills necessary that were needed to do this film. And it took some other people as well. Kevin Hackenberg, he's a good buddy of mine now. He's in Philly. He's doing a project now. Check him out, called Halo. Or What's the Halo? Here's a newspaper article they wrote about me in the Home News Tribune here in Jersey. And here's the movie poster. And God just began to do some awesome things when I gave this vision to Him. So I know this video is a little bit long, 8 minutes according to video social media time. That's long nowadays. But I thank you for sticking with me and hearing this out. Now, there's some things that I want you to do on this week. Two things. Number one, I want you to get an audio that I recorded just with you in mind. It's a free gift from me to you. I want you to go to Vondell, VONDELLRICHMOND.com, and I want you to leave me your name and your email, and it's going to automatically send you a free audio. And this audio is going to talk to you about 3 ways to get ahead and to stay ahead with vision. And I've gotten feedback so far from people that said this really helps them to understand clearer what vision is. And vision breaks down into 5 areas. Vision is the sum total of your passions, your dreams, your desires, your ideas, and your interests. Those 5 dimensions, those 5 areas make up what is called your vision. Remember, the inward picture of what you see in an unseen yet future reality. And there's 3 things that I want to share with you, and then I'll let you go get the audio. and be out of your way until the next episode. Basically, I'm here to help you get ahead and to stay ahead and to accomplish more. Now, in this way, I want to begin to show you what you were born to do. What did God want you to become? Then I want to show you how to take what you are trying to become, and I want to help you connect that to the right resources and people. And the reason I want to do that is because when you connect that all up and you out this, your birth, the thing that you're supposed to become, you are going to make a greater impact in the earth. And when you make this impact, it inevitably brings you an income, and that helps you take care of your family. It's not about money, but it takes money to move life forward and to meet the responsibilities of life. And then last, I want you to become connected, and I want you to invest. That's what I just said. I want you to invest who you became and what you connected to, and I want you to be able to invest it in a big way to make an impact and an income, all right? It's 11 minutes. That's way too long. I apologize. I'll try to make the rest of the videos shorter, all right? Take care. Until next time. Think like a celebrity. Keep creating so you can get ahead and accomplish more now.